Hello everybody. Just about to start phase 2 of the gym move out. Today I'm going to be focused on utility benches that aren't being used at this time. So stay tuned and we'll show you some highlights. So my first subject will be the rep flat bench. Works out really good on a dolly. Just dragged it up the stairs a few minutes ago. Prior to this, I dragged up one of my rubber mats from the basement. Those things are never easy. I wish I could find a way to roll those up and tie them up without having to wrestle them. If you have any tips about that, let me know. But this is the beginning of day number 2 of the home gym move out. So for this day, I decided to put the rubber mat down on the bottom of my bed so I have something flat to load these benches onto instead of trying to wrestle them over the ribs of the truck. So about to get the rep bench in here right now. One hand on the camera, one hand on the bench. It rolls right up in there. Perfect. What I did for bringing my truck into the garage, I put a wheel chock behind the wheel so that I can hit the same spot every time I back up into the garage. So as you can see, I'm about as close as I can get to the door, but it's just a little bit of a step from the tailgate down to the tile floor. Like I said before, everything I can think of to make this easier, I'm gonna do it. See you in a few minutes. I think my next victim is gonna be the Body Solid incline bench. You remember the days when Body Solid used to make really nice equipment? When it used to be white only? I'm sure they still have some good stuff, but I don't know, I just thought the older stuff seemed a lot better built, I should say. So I'll get this loaded on the cart and then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, the Body Solid is loaded. It's very top heavy, so it wants to tip forward. That's why I've got my hand on it. But once I lean it back to go upstairs, it should be okay. Another thing I hate about the Harbor Freight rack, as I posted yesterday, is these buckles to cinch up the straps. As you can see, the strap just twisted all by itself. It ended up sideways. So now there's no clamping power because it's got the rollers spread out too much because of the twist in the belt. And I'm not going to sit here and monkey all day to make sure that it flattens out just right. It's just because these straps are so flimsy with no thickness to them, they just spiral up like that. And they just cause a big mess. So thumbs down to Harbor Freight refrigerator dolly once again. I'll see. Number 2 bench is in the truck. That one was easy coming up the stairs because it was so top heavy. It was easier to pull up, but the amount of weight on the top part where you're holding it was pretty stout. I kept feeling like it wanted to jump off the rack because it was trying to pull itself away. But we got it, so I'll go see who the next victim is in a minute. Next one is this little baby Titan seated press, seated curl, whatever you want to use it for. I should be able to bring this one up the stairs without any dolly or anything. Next up was the Titan spotter stands. That was another easy carry up the stairs. So we'll get those loaded. Next item will be the Body Masters decline bench. Probably gonna disconnect it from under there and bring it up in 2 pieces. They sure don't make equipment like this anymore. Look at the stitching in that. It's got a solid about 2.5-inch pad. I mean, it looks just like the day I bought it practically for the condition of it. Little Body Masters. So let me get to taking that apart. Hello again, everybody. Anybody know what these are? Well, you're about to find out. This here is the hoist plate storage rack. And it is unbelievable how much storage you can get on this apparatus. That's going to be the next one to get loaded for the gym move. But sometimes I use it for bar dips, and I use these as a dipping station. And there's also a pair you can put up here and make it a pull-up station. So I've hardly ever used it for actual weight rack, but when I found it, they sold it dirt cheap, so I had to buy it. Every one of these weight holders is solid steel. So you can imagine how much that would cost nowadays if they still sold this. I believe it was discontinued. So that's going to be the next to go. I got to take off all those and get it loaded and move on to the next item. See you in a bit.